Hi, Lisa Wilson, Human Resources Cultural Consultant and Leadership Vision Coach. I don't always have a theme for the month, but my theme for this month was connection. And one of the examples I had, of course, was Tom Brady, because I'm a big fan. But I think there's a lot we need to learn from him. And that's my message from today, for today is, it's the end of February. We're going into the last month of the quarter. I don't know how you set your goals for the year, but I highly suggest doing them goals for the year, goals for the quarter. And half year, that type of thing. Because if you don't break them down as smaller steps, it's hard to keep yourself focused. So if you've looked at your yearly goal and broken it down for a goal for this quarter, you've got 1 month left to make that goal, whatever that goal is. But here's the thing, your team may have lost focus by now. We don't have a Super Bowl or something at the end of each year that ends off our year, for the most of us anyway, that ends off our year to tell us whether we've had a good year or a bad year. For most of us, it's a constant effort that we keep having to put out. And so that means we need to remind ourselves as the leaders of, okay, this is where we're headed. Did we go off track in the last couple of months? Or are we still on track? Do we need to review something? Do we need to change the goals? What is it that we need to do? We have 1 month left to get there. Do we think we can still get there? And that takes not only reminding yourself and reviewing yourself, but you also have to remind your team. So again, I use Tom Brady as the example. Of course, now he's in my newsfeed because I've been talking about him on these videos and because I watch the videos. And one of his teammates talked about how he was texting the team the week before the Super Bowl saying, we've got this, we're going to win it. And that's effectively what you have to do for your team as well. No, it's not a Super Bowl for most of us. It's a smaller goal that we're working on for the end of, say, March, for the first quarter. And whatever that goal is, go back, review it, get yourself set back in it, see where you've been, and then remind your team, this is where we're headed. You can remind them of where you're headed by the end of the year, but you can also remind them, hey, we've got 1 month left to do this. Where do we need to focus in March to make sure that this is happening? Just so that you keep yourself where you need to be. So again, it is the end of February. Hopefully you are already reaching your goals. I know it is still an interesting world we are living in, and it depends where you are, what you are dealing with. Where I am, we are now out of lockdown, but there's still some strict rules around how many people can be together in any one place. Thankfully, we've got some nice weather so we can actually get outside, which is very helpful because we do have a lot of snow and can have -30 weather here. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourself. Take some time today to refocus yourself and your team on where you're headed and get back to focusing on your goals for March. The more focus you have, the more likely you are to get there. Have a great weekend.